What you're looking at is almost certainly an outtake. Finishing off some work we've been looking at starch and dilutions of starch and sensitivity, it's time to start looking at other carbohydrates. So, how come when you test sugar for sugar, it probably doesn't give a reaction? But we know there's all sorts of different sugars. So in here we have some sugar, table sugar. Now we know that's sucrose, do we not? And we also have a similar volume amount, bad words, of glucose. So I'm just going to hopefully show how easy Benedict's test would be. No Bunsen burners and all that type of caper. That water's just a little bit tepid, so away we go. Our hot plate probably registers a massive great number, but the thermometer's telling me it's around about just shy of 90 degrees C. So hopefully that's warm enough. Not quite warm enough yet to dissolve all of the sucrose, but it will be in a second or two. I imagine all the glucose is dissolved. Yes, easy peasy. And in here we have some of our leftover starch solution from earlier in the enterprise. This is the outtake part. Bad bucket chemistry. Benedict's reagent, I've always been told, in excess of. So whatever volume you have, always put a little bit more of Benedict's. We'll talk more about how the Benedict reaction works in a second or two. But good bit of bucket chemistry. Oh, come on, pouring. Probably need a little bit more than that, but I'll come back to that. This really is, a bit of an outtake. So there's the putting into the glucose. A little bit more, gone. The first one was the sucrose. I think instantly you can see that I've got a colour change for the glucose. And we're going to test starch as well. Well, okay, this is, I say, just rough and ready to illustrate some points perhaps. That lo and behold, the thing that we test for sugar, in other words glucose or reducing sugar, has got a wonderful positive result. The thing that we call sugar hasn't tested positive for sugar. And the starch, well, that was pleasantly surprising. The starch has remained sugar-free. Depends upon the quality of starch that you buy. Obviously, we must have spent £1 or £2 because some starches are thoroughly contaminated with the reducing sugars. So we're bubbling away nicely, and we have a zero reaction with the sucrose, a very strong positive reaction with the glucose, and luckily nothing with the starch. So we're just going to stop at that point because we're going to then move over to look at the acidified Benedict's test, the test for non-reducing sugars.